Hi guys, it's Melissa bringing you another pregnancy update. Today is Thursday, March 4th, which makes me exactly 31 weeks pregnant today. I updated you guys just a couple weeks ago, so I don't have a whole lot of things to discuss since my last update, but a few things that we'll share. Starting with my fun facts. This week, your baby measures over 16 inches long. He or she weighs about 3.3 pounds, comparing this to about carrying 4 navel oranges, and is heading into a growth spurt. Your baby can turn his or her head from side to side, and his or her arms, legs, and body are beginning to plump out as needed fat accumulates underneath the skin. And they compare baby size this week to a pineapple. I would just want to talk about how I've been feeling. I've been feeling a little more and more uncomfortable as time goes on. Mostly it's my belly. It's getting very big and it seems to get in my way from time to time. Usually if I'm trying to reach for something up high or afar, like on a countertop, or if I'm trying to pick something off of the ground, it just kind of gets in the way. I'm still feeling a lot of hardening in my stomach, and I think that these are probably Braxton Hicks, and it's just the tightening of my uterus, and it happens quite frequently throughout the day. But when it happens, it makes me feel like I have to go to the bathroom, and it makes it a little more difficult for me to walk around. I've also have a new pain in my buttocks, which I believe is in my sciatic, and this usually is triggered when I'm walking around at work again. And along with feeling very big, I have had some blunt customers at my work talk about how big I am, and I don't know why people think it's okay to openly judge you out loud, especially when I'm already a big girl, and I hear comments like, for example, "Dang girl, you's huge." Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Or people trying to tell me I'm just all baby. It's, don't tell me that it's just baby. I'm a big girl to begin with, so I know that being pregnant on top of this, I'm quite larger than somebody else that might be 31 weeks along. But I've dealt with some pretty nasty people commenting on my size, and as much as I try not to let it get me down, it still kind of does. And I got it a little bit the last time with my pregnancy before this, when I tell somebody I'm due in a month or two, and they would say, "Oh, you must be ready to pop," and then I have to explain to them, "No, I have time." And I'm kind of in that same position right now, having almost 2 months left, and when I tell people my due date, they're very surprised to hear that I'm still have time and I'm so big. But I'm a big girl. This is my third baby, and I don't know, but these comments just are frustrating and they get me down. Since my last vlog, I had my gestational diabetic appointment where I met with the counselor and we discussed the process for my diabetes this time around, and I was educated on foods, learning how to carb count, how to make sure I'm getting enough protein, how to check for ketones, and checking my blood sugars 4 times a day. And then I got the blood sugar meter as well, which I prick my finger 4 times a day, 1 hour after I eat. And my intention with this information is to do a separate pregnancy vlog, or a day in the life living with gestational diabetes, just so you can kind of see what I have to do and hopefully answer questions for anybody else who's curious about it. Also, since my last vlog, I would say that the baby kicks and baby movements have sort of been reduced, and I'm thinking, I asked the nurse today when I went in for my progesterone injection about this, and my one distinct thought was that my diet has changed, so I'm very conscious about my sugar intake. So I think since that has almost practically been completely removed from my diet, that's part of the reason why I don't feel her as much. But also just because baby is getting bigger and taking up more space, that just make sure that I am feeling kicks around meal times, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that for me is exactly what happens, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I did feel her around the clock before in the past, and I think that's probably because of my sugar intake, and she was getting pretty happy on that. So it's slowed down a bit. I'm not too concerned about it because I do feel her. But if you read the books, they can kind of scare you a little bit when they tell you that you should feel baby up to 10 times in an hour, and I definitely don't feel that. Maybe every couple hours, or it's so sporadic. It changes all the time. They said one way you can always check is to drink really cold liquids, and that sometimes will help wake up baby. So I am just going to pay a little more closer attention to it as I'm eating each of my meals, just to make sure that I'm feeling those movements around those times. And as long as that's happening, then there isn't a concern. And I also have my Doppler so I can listen to her heartbeat, so I know she's doing good. Upcoming appointments and events that I have my meeting with my diabetic counselor, which we're going to go over my first couple weeks of my diet, see how I've been doing on that, and double checking my blood sugars, and I've been doing very, very well on those. I haven't had any elevated levels. My ketones have been hit or miss, and what this is just something you do every morning. You check the pH level in your urine to see if you're getting enough protein in your diet, and mine have been hit or miss, which I don't understand because I am making sure that I get protein in every single meal. But I will discuss that with her when I see her on April 11th. I have a work baby shower next Saturday on the 13th, which I'm very excited about. And I have my 32-week appointment on Monday, April 15th, where I'll meet with my doctor. At this appointment, I do want to discuss getting my tubes tied. I have made the decision to get it done previously. We're on board with getting that done at the time of my C-section, but I've had a slight change of heart. Not that I want to have any more kids, but I have heard and read about experiences with getting a tubal ligation where it doesn't give you bad periods. And I really don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm just going to ask for another opinion on that and just see what her experience has been with women who have had this procedure done. If you have had your tubes tied, will you let me know if anything has changed since you've had that done with your menstruation and whatnot. But I did have my mindset on that for a while, but I'm having second thoughts about it. I'm considering maybe just going back on birth control again. We'll see. I've had a few more baby buys since my last baby haul. Not a ton, but I'm probably going to hold off on doing a new one because there's some things that are going to be coming in the mail probably in the next week or two, so I'll have a little more stuff to show you. And as far as what's going on in my house, I am still working on getting our bedrooms in order. As you know, we built a bedroom downstairs for our oldest boy, and then my youngest boy is moving into my oldest boy's old bedroom, and then the bedroom for the baby is going to be my younger son's previous bedroom. So we still have a lot of work to do. My intention was to have that room ready by next weekend, at least have the wallpaper stripped and have the walls painted so I can at least start putting things in that room. But right now, I don't know if that's going to be attainable. I have about 5 or 6 bins in my living room stacked up with clothes and baby buys, and I just wish I had a place to put them. They don't necessarily need to be put away at this moment, but if I just had a room to put them in, I could work around them. I would love nothing more than to have my nursery set up and have things put in their place, but I still have a lot of work to do before I get to that point. Lastly, I'm hoping that you guys will take the time to check out my social media links that are below on this video. Most importantly, I'm hoping that you guys will head on over and like my Facebook page and follow my journey there. I have mentioned before that I will probably be better with updates on that because I have my cell phone on me at all times, and I can fill you guys in on what's going on there. Well, I will be in touch soon, and I will insert my pictures at the end of this video so you can see my side-by-side comparison. Bye!